Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Tactical Heretic. My name is Guy Estes and I am the Tactical Heretic. I know it's been a long time since my last video. Suffice to say that just life interfered for a number of reasons. Haven't been able to do anything. Nothing tragic or family emergency or anything of that nature. Although, well, yeah, there is one tiny little tragedy. My beloved Smith & Wesson Model 25 is out of commission for the time being. The hammer nose on it broke. Numeric Gun Parts Corporation is out of stock. I'm looking around for others. Brownells I just saw before I did this video, actually. They have some sort of kit, which I might go with. But for the time being, it's out of commission, so I'm restricted to 44 Special. So, today I am doing a load that I've been very, very keen on trying with 44 Special, the Hornady Critical Defense 165 grain flex tip. So, here is a picture of that round. There's the flex tip, where the whole theory behind this is, okay, with hollow points, sometimes that cavity gets plugged and it does not expand properly. That's a little bug in the system. Well, Hornady decided to try and make that bug into a feature and already plug the hollow point with something that's soft and pliable so that when something hits this, it aids expansion rather than retards expansion. So pretty good idea. We'll see what happens with these Hornadys. They are 44 Special. They are 165 grains. The weight, Hornady's published velocity, 900 feet per second. So those are my two test guns I've got there. The stainless steel Ruger GP 100 with the 3-inch barrel there on the left, and the Blackhawk, Ruger Blackhawk 44 Special with 4 and 5-inch barrel on the right. Now, 900 feet per second, I know I am not going to get that out of that 3-inch GP, and I didn't. 5-shot average, velocity average came to 793 feet per second. So I knew there was gonna be some velocity loss. I'm not sure if I was really disappointed or kind of expecting that, kind of on that, I guess on the threshold of hoping it would be better, but not surprised it's that low. One of the things that did bother me, though, looking at these velocities that I got from it, the lowest was 743 feet per second, highest 849 feet per second. That's a spread of 106 feet per second, which to me, that just seems a little excessive. I was hoping for a little more consistency out of this. 793 feet per second, 5-shot average. So even with the use of the flex tip technology, are we going to get expansion out of this? I honestly don't know. I have a hard time believing that at that velocity that it will, but on the other hand, the flex tip is supposed to enhance these things, so I guess we'll see. Now to the 4 and 5/8-inch Blackhawk, 5-shot average came to 837 feet per second. Which is not a tremendous improvement, really. Sitting here looking, that's what, about 40 feet per second, 40-something feet per second more, so that's not a heck of a lot. The low velocity with this one, 781, high velocity, 876. So again, you had a pretty big spread. That's what, 95 feet per second, 90-something feet per second, like that, which to me, that just seems a little excessive for ammunition that is meant for self-defense. I don't know. It just seems like it would be a little bit better consistency there. But, well, we'll see. Proof is in the pudding. We'll see when we shoot into the ballistics gel block. I'll start off with the GP 100, start off with the short barrel first with the bare gel. And then possibly from there, well, how the bullet performs will determine when we go from there. If we get expansion, then I'll do another shot through 1 layer of cotton t-shirt followed by 4 layers of denim. If I don't get any expansion shooting into the bare gel, well, then there's no point doing the clothing test. If it's not going to expand in bare gel, it's not going to expand. So I'll start off with the shorter barrel GP 100, and then we'll move on to the longer barrel Blackhawk. and see what we can see. Where did that go? I think that one went out the side. Yeah, I think that one veered off to the side. I'm gonna have to take that one again. Alrighty. So, this is kind of interesting. The plug that was meant to aid expansion actually went a little bit farther forward. The bullet itself penetrated just over about 13¼ inches, but that plug went a little bit farther to about 14¼ so about another, the plug went about an extra inch. It looks like there might be a little bit of expansion on that bullet. I'm not sure. Very little, if any. Let me pull it out of there and see what happens. So yeah, we got some, not a heck of a lot, but some. So we'll do the t-shirt test and see what comes of that. And that one almost went clear through. About 19¼ Although it kept the plug, and yeah, some expansion, just not a heck of a lot. I don't think I'm gonna bother with the denim test on this, so that y'all can see what we got here. So there was that first shot into the bare gel, and again, it lost the plug. The plug actually went further forward. And again, expansion in the strictest technical sense, but not a heck of a lot, but 13¼ inches. This was through the t-shirt. It kept the plug, but again, expansion only in the strictest technical sense. we're not going to see anything better out of the denim, so I am going to move on to the 4 5/8 inch Blackhawk now. Alrighty. That one kind of started tumbling a bit and very shallow. 9 3/4 inch penetration. Again, it lost the plug. But definitely looks like we got some more expansion out of that one. Oh yeah, got some more. So we'll move on to the t-shirt. All right. Deeper penetration there. Looks like that one might damn near be optimum penetration. So yeah, about 12 3/4 inches. And again, we're starting to get a little bit of tumbling out of that. And again, let me see if I can get that thing out of there. I think it might be a little easier going from this side. Oh, lost the plug, but yeah, definitely had some expansion. And again, 12 3/4 inches. So for self-defense use, where over penetration's an issue, yeah, out of this barrel length might work. Let's move on to the 4 layers of denim. Like I might have cut this piece of denim a little too small. But yeah, folding it there, we got our 4 inches. And yeah, let's see if we can do that. All right, that one went a lot farther. Still looks like it lost. These suckers seem to lose the plug more often than not, which isn't bad. It's not a defect or anything, just a little something I noticed. So we're at 17 1/2 inches of penetration. So what by the FBI protocols is kind of getting up there towards the upper end, where they call for the 12 to 18 inches. So expansion-wise, looking at these, there's not a huge difference. So this is the one, that last one that went in the denim, penetrated 17.5 inches. And then these others, honestly, I've already lost track of which one is which. That was the Bear Gel. Whoop, and I dropped the other one. The Bear Gel and the t-shirt. Here, let me try this. I mean, just looking at them, well, again, it's kind of hard to say, but just looking at them, it's you don't see a huge difference expansion-wise. Just eyeballing it, the one that penetrated deeper, yeah, the expansion wasn't as much as the others, and none of these have really huge expansion, but they do some. There is something in there that I think would enhance stopping potential. And again, if you're concerned with over-penetration, then yeah, this is something that we need to take into account and look at. And these loads, I mean, out of that 4 and 5/8 inch barrel, they did pretty well. You know, I think they would work well for that. They didn't over-penetrate. First one in the Bear Gel kind of under-penetrated a bit, actually. So, you know, if you're attacked by the shirtless meth head, might get under-penetration in that case. I don't know, kind of hard to say. But with a clothed assailant, penetration's right in there. One of them was, what, 12.5, 12 3/4, and the other set to 17.5 inches. So that's right within what the FBI wants, what they say is best. So, out of that proper length barrel, yeah, I think the Hornady 165 grain flex tip 44 special would be a good defensive load. Out of those shorter barrels, not really. They didn't really do much of anything. Again, they're not bad. Again, none of them over-penetrated, so there's that. And again, one of the whole advantages of using a larger caliber is if it fails to expand, well, you still made a decent-sized hole. So even when they didn't expand, you know, I think these would be adequate self-defense rounds. Still slightly disappointed that the performance we're getting out of these rounds, pretty much all the rounds so far in this caliber, they, you know, tends to be a little bit more erratic than I would like. Of course, maybe that's just the nature of things. I haven't personally tested these designs in the more popular calibers because everybody else has, so I just never saw the point in doing it. If I do the other calibers, it'll be something that you don't see a lot of. That's why I started this whole channel. And for those of us who like it old school with the old cartridges. So maybe when it comes to these older cartridges, the manufacturers don't necessarily do quite the same due diligence they would with a 9mm or a 45 ACP or something like that. So the performance isn't quite the same as those. I don't know, that's just me speculating. But bottom line, these are at the very least adequate defense loads. If you're concerned with over-penetration, the Hornady Flex Tips, I think would do reasonably good job. So thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully I will be able to, won't be quite such a long time before the next video. We'll just have to see. Do me a solid, hit like and subscribe, tell your friends, tell your neighbors. And that's all I got for y'all today, so I will catch you all on the flip side.